Hi, I have never made a video like this, so bear with me. I've made TikToks, but I've never, I don't think, made one talking, especially about something of this nature. But with everything that's been going on this week, I feel like it is the most important thing that I could be making a video about. And I know a lot of people have been coming out with videos like this, and I feel like I've been pulled to for a while, and I've been putting it off, and God forgive me for that, but it's just my own insecurities and own occasional anxiousness about what I look like on a video, or the way that I sound, or how many times I say because I promise you it's gonna be a lot in this video. Anyway, with all that's been going on, this needs to be said. I would like to just say that if you've been feeling really weird and you felt like there's a shift in your spirituality or in just your demeanor and your spirit altogether, you're not alone, because I felt like this, and my husband has felt like this, and he's made videos about it, and I'll tag his page below because he also makes a lot of videos like this, expressing his faith and everything, and I feel like I need to start doing that. But I'm rambling, so I have my points here because I will get off track very easily. We do not fight against flesh and blood, but things unseen. And I will tag verses above up here somewhere when I edit this. That is Mark 16:15. At this point, what do I have to lose? Everything in this world is temporary. And I'm living to please no one but God and God alone. If you do not like me because I'm a follower of Christ, I'm sorry. I'm going to love you no matter what you think about me. And that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I've seen people mocked and hated for their faith, and I've somewhat received that, not to the extent that I've seen online or even on my husband's page. It's not been bad, but it's like people just feel the need to make comments, and I feel like that is just, it's unfair that people can't give their opinions and profess their faith anymore without feeling some form of, not insecurity, but feeling that like they should feel insecure about it, if that makes any sense. So I'm sure I'll receive that at some point after posting this, but God forbid. So if I pause a lot, just ignore it. Just reflecting. So pretty much the reason I'm expressing this is because in the last 6 or so months, I really dove deeply into following God and immersing myself completely and fully in His Word, every possible way that I can. I've always been, I guess, labeled as Christian, and I've always gone to church. It's just something we did, and we talked about God at home, but I never felt a connection like I do now. And let me just say that it has completely changed my entire life. And before, I was someone who was crippled with anxiety, and I was crippled with depression, and there was a point where I was scared to go to the grocery store on my own. I would have to either call my friend, or I'd make my sister go with me and say, oh, I just don't want to go by myself, like, you know, let's make it a thing. obviously I could go to the grocery store by myself now, but that was something I was in fear of. I had horrible anxiety, and I don't even know why. Well, I know why, because I've been reading the Bible like crazy nonstop, and it just all makes so much sense. But with depression, there was a time where I would sleep 16 hours a day, if not more. I would lay in bed, I would binge watch TV shows that were not good for me. I'm not saying you can't watch TV shows, but I'm just saying be very careful about which shows you watch, because there's hidden negativity in everything, and at this point it's not even hidden, but those things were encouraging that anxiety and depression to become worse. And guys, I can't express it enough how much liberation I feel from that ever since I gave my life to Christ. Like, I'm not being dramatic. I was on anti-anxiety pills, I was on antidepressants. They switched me to several different kinds, and I know that sometimes there is times where it is a genuine illness, but with my case it was circumstantial. It is the way I was living. I was partying all the time, I was drinking, I was gossiping nonstop, and just partaking in all this negativity, and that's just like not the way we're supposed to be living. And if that is your way of life, I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm just saying this is the way it affected me. And I think that if you really, really gave it a chance, you would see what I see, and you would feel the way I feel, because human feelings are deceptive. The heart is deceptive, and I will tag that above as well, that verse. Says it on the Bible. And at this point, I just felt like I had no purpose, none at all. However, now, I don't have anxiety. I get anxious about things, but my prayer life helps with that a lot. The only thing I have been depressed over, or not even really it's depressed, you know what, I have been depressed about it, is how evil the world has become, and how hypocritical people are. And I've seen that in myself occasionally, and I've felt convicted for certain things that I've not felt it before. And this might be a 2-part because I see the 8-minute mark. Anyway, I'm just saying that you just need to trust me on this one. If you trust me on anything, trust me on this. I know you don't know me. I have no platform. I have maybe 300 followers. I don't care how many people see this video. If you like it, if you favorite it, if you forward it, I don't care. As long as you get something from what I am saying, that is all that matters. That is all I care about, is that you see the way I used to live and how I felt versus now, because I've never felt more free in my life. I am happy. I have the most healthy marriage I could have ever imagined. He saved my marriage. He saved my life. He saved my relationship with my own family even. Like, there's been strife there, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm just saying, really think about it. Genuinely think about it. Read a chapter in the Bible. Pray about it. It doesn't have to be fancy words. It can just be you being vulnerable. Just like I'm being right now. Because this is terrifying for me. So, just give it a chance. I will pray over this video. I hope it finds you well. Thank you for listening.